And tonight, President Trump issuing a stern warning to Iran to not escalate the attacks. Good evening. I'm Jory Rand.
I'm Liz Nagy. The president is warning the United States is ready to strike back. We have live team coverage on the attack on Iran, from the latest on what's happening abroad to right here in L.A., where there has been rallies for and against the military U.S. action. Eyewitness News reporter Tim Pulliam begins our live team coverage tonight in the newsroom with breaking developments just now. Tim?
Liz, Jory, the latest message from President Trump is a warning for Iran to retreat or the U.S. will strike back with force. He is encouraging Iranians to take over their government. The U.S.-Israel attack on Iran has killed at least 200 people, including its supreme leader and its defense minister. Iran is launching counterattacks.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
The U.S. and Israel is now entangled in a deadly war with Iran after the targeted killing of its supreme leader. In retaliation, Iran's military launched airstrikes at U.S. and Israeli facilities, including 27 U.S. military bases across the Middle East. One airstrike hit this high-rise in Bahrain. In Qatar, people ran for their lives as a missile fell from the sky and then exploded. President Trump warning Iran on social media not to strike back, saying the U.S. will attack with force that has never been seen before. These latest strikes come just hours after the U.S. and Israeli joint forces launched a bold daylight attack on 9 cities in Iran, striking the country's military facilities. Satellite video shows the massive, fiery explosions and the extensive damage to the Supreme Leader's compound, a strategic move to shatter Iran's nuclear program and overturn its government. President Trump confirmed on social media Ayatollah Khamenei was killed in one of the attacks, calling him one of the most evil people in history.
We're doing this not for now, we're doing this for the future, and it is a noble mission.
The joint mission between the U.S. and Israel killed at least 200 people and injured hundreds more. Iranian leaders claim a school for girls was bombed, leaving dozens dead. Despite civilian casualties, video shows Iranians celebrating the death of Khamenei. The 86-year-old leader led the country for more than 35 years. President Trump encouraging Iranians to overturn the government. The White House released photos showing President Trump and his cabinet as they watched the attack. Trump didn't seek approval from Congress. Some Republicans praised the Trump administration's action.
God bless the president for executing this mission, because this is not just changing for today. This is world changing for years to come.
But some conservatives are not pleased. Congressman Tom Massey of Kentucky said this is not America first. The Constitution requires a vote, and your representative needs to be on record as opposing or supporting this war. Democrats also expressing concerns.
As an Iraq War veteran, someone that had to go into some very dangerous situations, saw way too many of my friends die in the war. It really is scary how quickly we just lurched to war without any plans.
So far, there have been no reported U.S. casualties. The White House plans to brief all members of Congress this coming week on the military's operation. This is the second time the U.S. has bombed Iran in recent months. The last attack was back in June. Live in the newsroom, Tim Pulliam, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.